afternoon, Jules here from Joolsedesigns and JT Creations. So what we're making today is a stacked fairy pocket made out of book pages and some free digital papers that I've put on my Ko-fi site. This one is already on there, and it's because I'm making a fairy kit and it's just about ready to go out. That's the other one that I'll put on today. So this nice little pocket, it's stacked with tags, and there's a little scrap booklet in the top, and there's also a little tiny fairy journal, which are quite easy to make. All you need is a pair of scissors and a glue stick. No stitching, no nothing, quite easy to make. And there's also one of the little fairy beads that I made in an earlier video. So this one I made a little bit wide to fit in a pocket, so that's just about 5 3/4 by 6 1/2. It would fit lengthways, but unless your journal is quite a big one, it wouldn't fit in. So I cut the book pages down. We'll move that out the way. And it's just book pages, and the book pages I'm using are quite thin, so I've doubled them up. They're dictionary pages from a large dictionary. So what I've done is they're just under 8 1/2, and I've cut them down to 5, which is ideal for a journal. You can make them narrower if you want. So first of all, we'll stick these down, and just heads up, what I will do is I will speed up some of the gluing and sticking. The last thing you want to do is watch me gluing and sticking. And that's that. So this one I'm just turning up now. I've not measured that, I've just gone by eye. So that is just a little bit over 1 3/4. You could make it 1 3/4 if you wanted. And this one I'm just again, that's just, well, what we'll do is we'll make that a 3 inches. I think that should be about 3. No, it's just a little bit over 3 inches. Oh dearie me. That should be 3. Yep, that's 3 inches. And then what I intend to do is put those pockets in there like that. So I'm going to make that as a pocket, that as a pocket, and that as a pocket. But first of all, I want to put thumb notches in. So I usually do them both together, and I'll do upstairs. I'm not checking which is the middle. It could be a little bit off, and I'll use this one to get it's just so that the thumb notches are all in line with each other, but the maybe's not in the middle. To get the middle of your paper, you just fold it in half. That way, nip it. See there, mine's just a little bit off, but I'm not really bothered about that. I'll get rid of those bits of paper there. And as I said, we'll put them there. and then what we want to do is cover these. So we want to cover over that one, I cover over that one, I cover over that one, and I will put a bit of a cover inside there. So on the one that I've just made, I did use that one, but I'm going to use this one so that I've got two slightly different. Now if you want, you can cover this from edge to edge. When I use book pages, I like to use it just slightly inside, so I'll just make that probably about a mil at the top, and I just mark it in slightly, a mil there, and that will just go in there, so I can cut that right down. So I'll be back. So that's my outside pocket for that. Let's take a little bit off this. In fact, if I take that off there, that probably will be enough to use for that one. Yeah. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these, and that should be, yeah, it's a little bit too big, but it will do. We'll cut it down, and I'm just putting the top edges I want to use, and I'm just going to cut the thumb notch. I'm just matching it down with that. And there we are. So there we have all the thumb notches. So we'll put this one on first. And if you and we'll stick this one down. I am using art glitter glue for this because it sticks down a lot better. I did use just a glue stick to stick the pages together, which is fine. And just round the edges. I'll do the edge because I'll just turn that over. Oh, putting the wrong one on. And that one, that's not, I've not done that very good, have I? Take a bit more off these. Oh, really done that one wonky. Right, these are curved scissors, so I can cheat a bit. And there we are, so we'll stick that one down. And again, just round the edges, make sure you get right to the edges. This is just about ready for kneading filled, so because I usually buy the big bottles of art glitter glue and just decant them into the smaller bottle. it's easier to use than the great big huge. And still not very good, but that one in there. I wonder if I've matched that one up right. Nope, I've not, but I'm just going to trim it down because I've got right, I don't know where I got the curved scissors from. It was, I bought a set of 3, and there's little tiny fussy cut ones that I left in Cyprus rather than bring them back home with me. And there's like a larger pair that I do use from time to time, and there's those. So it was the 2 little ones that I used more than anything. Because as for scissors, I usually use anything that's lying about. My Fiskars scissors are my most used, and I've had them for years. That's it. And then I'm just using a hotel key card. Whoops. And then we'll just putting a little bit more glue than I would normally, because I'm not stitching it. So if I was stitching it, I would just put like a thinner line, but because I'm not stitching it, and then this will go in there like that. And what I'm going to do before I do anything is put some paper there. Little clips. Where are the clips? And while we're waiting on that drying, I'm just rounding the corner off here. Just like the corners rounded off a little bit. Okay, just wipe that ink up. And there we are, that should have stuck. That one hasn't. And this is just where I doubled the page pocket over. Alright, and it is quite flexible. So now what we want to do is we want to decorate the bottom. So what I did there was I put some material on there, but I'm going to look at lace and see what I've got. I've still got some of that, but it doesn't match. Right, I'm back. I've got some lace. I've also cut out some little butterflies. I'm not quite sure which ones I want to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have a look at this and see what I did. So that lace, it was a bit too much, so I cut it down a little bit. We had some little raggy bits on as well, and I still have them, but they're the wrong colours actually. So I think we'll just got a little bit of denim here. I'm just looking for some scraps. And we've got a tiny bit of this, so I think that'll do. So I'm going to use fabric tack to put this lace down. And I think we'll use Once Upon a Time on that one. I've got Enchanted. These are the words from the Fairy Digital kit. There's Fairies, Enchanted, Once Upon a Time. There's a whole set of them. I'm going to put this down as well. Again with fabric tack. And I think we'll just tuck that little bit behind there. And thought I had some little denim hearts. But obviously I haven't. Well, I have. I don't know where they are. I just want that roughed up a bit. I'm just going to cut that down. Right, we're going to have Once Upon a Time or Enchanted. I think we'll have Enchanted. And there we are. So now what we want is my crocodile, because I'm going to put a grommet in. I'm going to put it in this side. Oh. I've got a blue one here. A little blue heart. That'll do nicely. Didn't squish that one down very well. That's better. And that'll do our little fairy there. Now we can put that one in. We can put the boots in. Why can't fairies have boots? I do have some fairy bits and pieces. Is that one too big to go in there yet? No, I don't want that one in. I am going to use that for the fairy scrapbook pad. But with that one I am just going to make a scrapbook pad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that. I've folded that in half, but I'm going to change it. I'm going to fold it a little bit up like that. And I'm going to fold that one over. Like that. And we'll make like a book. Okay, I've got some papers, so I've just got some, these are just what's left from when I was stamping jelly, doing the jelly plate, offcuts from when I'm printing, so I'm just putting that in there. I'm not sure if this one will work on this because it's only a little tiny one. Is it? Oh, it has, it has. That's not what I've done there. Never mind. That one worked. And then what we do is we just put that, tuck that in there, and there we have a matchbook page. And I think what we'll do is we'll maybe have that one on there. My desk always starts off nice when I start a project, and then it just gets all not a very tidy crafter at all. So we'll put that one in there, and I'm going to put a little grommet in here as well. Take that out first because it's not going to go in anyway. And we'll have a silver one. Now I did see some, there it is. I am going to put some of this, and this is just bits of old foil curtain that I've been ripping up. and we'll just tuck that through there. And I always like the knot. I like it tied in a knot, and I like it tied at the front. And then we'll just, could have just done with that, you didn't have to put them in, but never mind. So we've got that one. I think we'll pinch some of these because they look really cool. And we've got a specimen card. There is a video for these. I think it's when I come back from Cyprus. Got some mixed media tags there. So I think we'll put that there. And we'll have another one of them there. And no, not yet. I'm just seeing what I've got in here now. I have got lots of tags that I've made over the months. There's another one, so I can go back to there. These are the little window Alright, I think we'll have the little bird in there. We've got some vellum pockets. I'll put a purple one in there. What else have I got that to go? That's an envelope with bits and pieces, so we'll put that in the top if that fits in. Yep. It's blue, it's the poison bottles. Put them there. We'll have the little birdies in. In fact, what we'll do is we'll do a I'll put a bigger one and I'll put some of that, put some of this blue ribbon through it. Well, it's like a trim. I keep losing my scissors because I keep putting them away for safekeeping. They're so safe I can't find them. And again, I'm going to tighten a knot on the front because I like it, of the tag, because I like it to show. I think what we'll do is we'll put the little birdie down there, and we shall take out the boots. We don't need them, and we'll put that one in there like that. We'll put the thistle one at the front. And there we have it. So we've got that. So, and it's just a bulb clip. And as I say, I did show how to the beads and that, all the embellishments I got from BB Crafts. And I just loved the colours. I thought they were absolutely gorgeous. So now we're going to make that little book. Be able to make it out of this. So it's not a full square, you're better off with a rectangle. So you fold it in half like that, and then you fold it in half again. Make sure you crease the edges. Just let me get rid of all these bits and pieces. So you've got 4 folds. Then what you do is, you probably could make it with a square. Fold it up that way and fold it again in half. Make sure you've got sharp creases. So you've got all these squares. Now what you do is, you cut along 3 squares. I'm going to use my big scissors. In fact, I'm going to do it that way, yeah. So you cut along 3 squares that way, turn it round, 3 squares that way. This is to make the little bow, and 3 squares that way. And what you do is you just fold it and you concertina and fold it that way. When you come to an end, you fold it over and you fold it that way, that way, that way, fold it over, that way, that way, that way, fold it over, that way, and that way. And what happens is, when you open it up, you've got your pages. Now these you can stick together, or you can stick up the sides and make little top folds. I don't bother. The only ones I stick down are the ones where the 2 bits of, you know, where you've folded one over like that. And that one. Now there should be another one somewhere. That one there. And that tends to keep it. And the way I folded it was because I wanted the light blue pages, the light blue side as the pages, because it's got little mushrooms on. No, that's meant to be closed. And that one, 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 and that one. All I do to make a cover, get rid of this. And then all I did was I put a little hole in it. And just use a paper clip and then clip your little book on like that. And what I did on that one was I just wrote fairy journal. I can do that with that one, and I just did it freehand. I'm not the neatest of drawers, but I'm just going to write journal down here. And then just freehand did a label round it, and then just I just coloured it in, and that's all I did. I mean, if you've got a little tiny stamp that says journal or fairy, or you want to put a label on, you can. And there we have it, and there we have the little book. So we've got the pages, and it does open even though it's on the bulb clip. And that's so easy, just making little journal charms, and that's all that is. So that's that one, and we've got this one in my mess. Sorry, get this out of here, come on, out of here. And we've got that one there. So there we have it. So I hope you get something from that. They're quite easy to make. It's just made out of scrapbook pages, and you don't even have to use digital if you prefer a book page. You can paint the paper, you can use the digital if you want, but that's basically it. So I'll see you in the next video.